Hi, thank you for joining me. Today we're going to do a butterfly. It's going to be a little different from what I'm used to, but we're going to try. So what you need is your paper, of course. You need some paint brushes. You need some water. And you'll need your paints, of course. Cad Yellow Medium, Burnt Sienna. This is a Cad Red Light, a Nathal Red, which I grabbed it instead of the Cad Red Dark. And this is Alizarin Crimson, Hooker's Green, Ultramarine Blue, and I have a smidgen of Mars Black here, and some titanium white. Now what you like to do is sketch out your butterfly, and I didn't do it earlier. I just wanted to tell you to use your sketchbook, of course, and kind of get what you want, get the design down that you want. So on here, as you can see, I put, I think it's like 4 different ones on here. Don't erase. I just kind of see whatever happens. So it's better to use some type of reference material so it's not too difficult for you. And I'm just going to kind of, I really want the butterfly to be, the wings to be the points of interest. So for the wings that are closest to me, they're going to be larger and more in focus. And of course you can change these however you want later. So that's the front wing there. Of course I have to realize I don't want this wing as large as that one. And then I'm going to mimic this wing but make it smaller. And really, I prefer it to stand out more. And then I guess this back wing, we need something like that. Don't need much for the body. And really that's about it. And then we can begin. I don't get locked into what I put there, and I don't want you to either. But these 2 wings should mimic each other. Let that dry. And then we can begin painting that. I'm going to wet it in the water. And of course, all over. And I don't want it to fight with my image, so I'm watering it down even more. And it may give the impression of plant matter back there. And so we have this red, and we have, I'm going to flip the brush, this red, and we have the one yellow. Red is pretty dominant, and I never mix it into everything that I have. That yellow is translucent, and this will be a lighter orange than that one. And I'm going to slightly wet my brush now and put this in the middle. Of each wing. And yes, it's messy, which is fine. And the reason it's fine is because this is just our first layer. Now this red is darker than that one, and so it should give me a darker orange. Which it did. There it is. You can see it there. Once you mix enough of the color in there, you'll see the color that you want. And so we're going to put it right here near the base or the body. And I'm painting like this because in a second or two, in just a few moments rather, you're going to see those lines disappear. And I'm going to bring down a little bit more yellow over here. I think I want to put some of that on the outside. Most of the butterflies I saw, they had dark color along the outside ridge and rim. But of course it was not the same color. Usually some shade of black, so I may use that. I'm not sure. We'll see. And there, let's see what this does when I tone it down just slightly with that blue. Almost a green, and that's because it's reacting with the yellow. There it is, and you see that brown, it turned brown, and that's because those are the two complementary colors. That is a-okay. And I'm just going to rub some here and there. With that brown. And I'm thinking now I want to make this much lighter. And to do that, that means I'm going to add more yellow to the red than I did previously. When you want to lighten your colors, I usually avoid using white. So I just absolutely have to. I won't use the white. And I'm mixing here, and I'm still pulling down from the red that I set aside. Bringing more yellow in it. And pulling it down. I'm not mixing it all at once. If you mix all of the color at once, and it's really not the color that you like, you're stuck with a pile of paint that you really didn't want. And I'm just kind of smudging this in everywhere. And now I'm going to come back in here with just yellow. And the reason I'm coming back in with just yellow is just to create some variation in what I already have down there. Now you need your left brain to shut off when you're trying to paint. This is a creative journey, and you don't need the left brain in there telling you what you've done isn't working or is working, or it doesn't look like something, you don't really care about that. I tend to hold it like a pencil when I want to give be exact in my strokes. But when you're this close to the painting, it's a little difficult. I usually stand away from the painting, which is a good thing. You like to step back from your painting so that you can get a good look at what you're doing. And now what I'm doing is using the darker mixture of orange to cover those burnt sienna lines that I traced in this butterfly with. And so let me add a little up here like I did there. Most people are afraid to tap into the subject. Don't be. Tap right on over it as if it's not there.